hold on to your butts because the Bitcoin universe is spinning out of control right now. Buyers are snapping up coins like they're going out of frickin' style. A whole frickin' country just confessed to mining Bitcoin, which is massive news. Joe Biden, old man Joe, wants to slap miners with a tax bill. Meanwhile, in the wacky world of altcoins, we see Pepe coin creating millionaires left, right, and center. But that is not all, because right now, all eyes are on the Fed as we anxiously await news about the interest rate hikes. As the fate of Bitcoin's price hangs in the balance, this is the news. Now, with all this madness going on, there's never a dull moment in the world of crypto, is there? So come on in and let's dive deep into these juicy news stories and developments to try to figure out what the heck all of this stuff means. First, the Federal Reserve meeting. In just a few hours, we're going to know what the Fed said. But here is what you need to know. The market right now is giving about an 85% chance that the Federal Reserve will increase interest rates today by 0.25%. But here is the problem with that. Basically, everyone is saying that the Fed would be nuts to raise interest rates again. 4 major banks have collapsed in the last 2 months. 3 of the 4 biggest bank collapses, in fact, in US history. And they have happened because the Fed keeps raising rates, putting more pressure on these banks. A lot of people are out there calling for the Fed to cut it out, stop raising rates, because you're gonna push more banks over the edge. These banks are deeply overexposed to bonds and to mortgage-backed securities that keep getting hit hard as those interest rates go up. BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes pointed out, if the Fed raises rates again, then quite a few more regional banks are going to collapse over the next few weeks. The prices of many of these regional banks in the USA, they're already in free fall, man. The Fed has very limited options here about what they can do. So either they cut rates and then signal that more rates are coming, which could ease some fears in the market. That would potentially resolve the banking crisis as we see it right now. Or the Fed raises rates and accepts that dozens more banks will collapse and chaos will happen in the markets. Thus, they will, of course, then need to increase the bank bailout program to include really just any loan on any US chartered bank's balance sheet in order to stop the worst outcomes. Basically, infinite money printing. Absolute insanity, man. The funny thing is that the Federal Reserve wanted to break the job markets, right? They wanted for you to lose your job. Never forget that. Instead, they broke the American banking system. Good job, guys. Now let's talk about some exciting Bitcoin stats. In a bear market, you gotta remember that in a bear market, or well, at the start of what I believe is a new bull market coming out of the bear market. Anyway, Bitcoin just put in a new record for daily transactions at a little over 5,568,000 to be sort of exact-ish. That's awesome. The same day a major US bank collapses, Bitcoin sets a new all-time high for daily transactions. That's insane. Of course, largely driven by the excitement around Bitcoin ordinals, but it's like poetry, man. By the way, Bitcoin whales buying Bitcoin again. They did take profits over 30K, but since then, addresses holding between 100 and 10,000 Bitcoin have actually added a total of 64,000 coins. That is equal to 2.5 months of mining sell pressure. So that's what miners would mine over 2.5 months, or it's worth 2 times the Silk Road 31,000 Bitcoin that everyone's so scared of and that the government's planning on selling this year. The demand is out there. Just the whales alone, right, are gobbling up enough BTC to cover that. But it's not just the whales. No. We also have the Bitcoin shrimp. Anybody with less than 1 Bitcoin. It's a lot of people. Now, combined, these smaller retail buyers, and that might be you, are right now buying more Bitcoin every single month than the miners are producing. Just the small holders, right? That doesn't count the whales, the funds, the companies, any of that stuff. There is simply not enough BTC for everybody who wants to get a slice of that tasty, tasty Satoshi pie. Now let's talk about Joe Biden's Bitcoin tax. So old Joe has proposed a 30% tax on cryptocurrency mining, basically Bitcoin mining, to tackle climate change. Just reading that boils my blood. There's so many other industries that should be in the crosshairs. Anyway, the tax would apply to companies and individuals who participate in cryptocurrency mining. So this is really, if it passes, we don't know if it'll pass, but if it does pass, it's the death of both home miners and mega corporate miners in the USA. This is gonna be another massive just L for America. So dumb. Not a single other industry gets the kind of scrutiny or attack that Bitcoin does because none of the other industries threaten the establishment in the system like Bitcoin does. Remind you too that in the USA, Bitcoin runs on over 50% renewables. It is actually incentivizing green energy, not the opposite. All this will accomplish is to drive miners out of the USA and probably back over to China. Anyway, America's political class hates Bitcoin and it's gross. Now before we get into the big Bitcoin mining news out of Bhutan and the Pepe coin, I wanted to let you know that if you are a crypto trader, you've got to get yourself an account over on BYBIT. They have got the best futures markets, hot altcoin markets, super popular copy trading services. And when you use that link down below in the description, you are going to be eligible for up to $30,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. So if you are a trader, you got to check that out. Now let's talk about a country that's doing basically the exact opposite of what the USA is doing, the tiny Himalayan mountain kingdom of Bhutan. They have apparently been mining Bitcoin using their cheap and abundant hydroelectric power, becoming the second confirmed state-level actor to do this, after El Salvador, of course. While some countries have passed laws for Bitcoin miners or offered them tax incentives, only so far we have direct confirmation that Bhutan and El Salvador, governments of countries mining Bitcoin, state-level actors. You see, I was always saying that Bhutan was much more than a place with just cool yaks and red pandas and mountains. Anyway, whoever pushed this through in Bhutan, one smart damn cookie, so well done to you, sir. Also, we could be getting close to seeing a third state-level actor entering the Bitcoin mining arena, Russia. Recent announcements from the Russian central bank seem to indicate that they could be forming a state-run set of Bitcoin mines to use for international transactions. Although many suspect Russia, and in particular Russia's intelligence agencies, have actually been mining for a while, but it's never been made public or official. Now let's talk about the Pepe coin, man. What everyone's talking about these days, the rise of meme coin with frog pictures has taken off. And what's remarkable is seeing it go from 0 to $500 million in just 18 days. It reached the 90th position amongst cryptocurrencies, broke into the top 100. That's crazy. It gained 53,000 holders in like 13 days. The growth stats are off the chart for this thing. And it did $250 million in trading volume on Monday, and it's still got a lot of interest in it. And look, meme coins do this. They can explode sometimes, overnight riches, basically like playing the lottery. The stories of people cashing out for millions are the light that draws in new money like moths to the flame. A lot of people were sharing the story of the trader who the other day, they sold like $2.2 million for the Pepe, but they just smashed like market sell, and so they ended up only getting 1.7 million, losing $500,000, suffering some crazy losses due to the slippage. But they did fail to mention that dude still made $1.7 million off of a frog meme, dude. Also, you gotta feel a little bit bad for all the teams out there that are just working so hard on their products and their amazing code, and they have these visions and these white papers and they're doing stuff, and everybody just freaking ignores them and apes into frog picture coin memes, man. Not my thing, personally. I don't buy them. Hope everybody who's playing it is making truckloads of money. And if you are chasing that hype though, keep in mind that 99% of these meme coins will be worth 0 in a year. Maybe not Pepe, but most of the other Pepe knockoffs that are coming. We're seeing so many memes trying to ride on the Pepe success right now. The vast majority are total scams. Most will fail. Maybe a Pepe will fail. Meme coins are kind of like gambling. So if you play that game, just keep that in mind. Okay, that's it. Subscribe now. I'll see you next time.